Caitlin Clark has done for the women's NBA what Michael Jordan once did for the NBA.
They were very different in nature. Angel Reese definitely didn't take much ownership.
I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at.
Caitlin Clark has done for the women's NBA what Michael Jordan once did for the NBA. They were very different in nature. Angel Reese definitely didn't take much ownership. Believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So Angel Reese sued Caitlin Clark after losing major sponsorship deals. Angel Reese just went from Bayou Barbie to Courtroom Barbie, trading the spotlight for a stack of legal papers aimed at Caitlin Clark. Sponsors vanished overnight, leaving Reese fighting ghosts while Caitlin keeps breaking records. The painful truth. Angel's chasing sympathy in court while Caitlin's cashing in on the court. She comes out, she makes a statement. Angel Reese is suing Caitlin Clark. Yeah, you heard that right. A lawsuit that feels less like sports drama and more like a war over money, branding and betrayal. This isn't about who's better on the court. This is about millions of dollars that vanished overnight and a spotlight that shifted so fast it left one player in the dust. Oh man, Angel Reese fans are going to be pissed. Reese fans exploded the second the news hit. Twitter lit up with accusations of foul play, hidden agendas, and double standards. To them, this wasn't just a legal fight. It was payback for months of disrespect. Is the WNBA got the guts to fine and/or suspend Angel Reese for playing along with this whole thing? Because let's be real, this lawsuit didn't come out of nowhere. It's the climax of a messy buildup. Sponsorship deals collapsing, Ice Cubs' Big Three rejection going viral, and Caitlin Clark monopolizing every headline in women's basketball. Ice Cube because Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this that just tells you everything that we've been, and that Big Three deal, that's where the fire really started. Ice Cube pulled off one of the boldest moves in sports business history. He publicly offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to join his league. $5 million. That's more than most WNBA veterans make in their entire careers. And what's hilarious is this is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. The internet went crazy and Clark was instantly validated as the league's cash cow. Ratings, attendance, jersey sales. She wasn't just playing the game, she was flipping the business model of the sport itself. Don't count on it. TMZ Sports caught up with Ice Cube himself at LAX this week, and the Big Three honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon. Woo. What's that sound I hear? Then came the TMZ ambush at LAX. Reporters cornered Cube with the million-dollar question, would Angel Reese get a similar deal? His answer wasn't just no. It was a flat-out rejection. No hesitation, no spin, no mercy. Cube said it himself. We're in business to make money. Clark brings the numbers, Angel doesn't. That honesty cut deeper than any rival's trash talk. He didn't even bother to sugarcoat it. And just like that, the gap between Clark and Reese stopped being a rivalry. It became a business decision. Caitlin Clark comes in and is immediately the biggest star in the league. Immediately. And merchandising in every other way. For Angel, that was more than a snub. It was a public humiliation. She went from rising star to sideline spectator in the eyes of sponsors. And this is where the lawsuit makes sense. Reese isn't just fighting Clark in court. She's fighting to reclaim her brand, her relevance, and the millions she feels were taken from her. WBA and our team and our organization have done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone. And I think they've done a great job supporting us. See, Angel wasn't always the one being overlooked. She built her entire image on swagger. The lashes, the nails, the viral taunts, the Bayou Barbie nickname. It was more than a persona. It was a brand. Back in college, she was the golden girl of NCAA hoops. She had her moment, waving the "you can't see me" taunt, going viral overnight. Brands lined up, endorsements rolled in, and for a while, it looked like she was untouchable. Apparently, there's some jealousy that might be manifesting itself into physical, inappropriate content. But the transition to the WNBA, brutal. Suddenly, the hype didn't match the stat line. Her play was inconsistent, and headlines focused more on her Instagram and TikTok than on her actual game. The problem, brands noticed. And when the whispers started, they weren't about potential. They were about risk. Executives started asking the tough question, is Angel more drama than deliverables? So, the basketball superstar Caitlin Clark, she's in the Women's National Basketball Association. Big star, huge star, brilliant player. Okay. She's on the Indiana team. Taking the high road or trying to say the right things in these interviews, she doesn't, whether she's saying what's on her mind or not, it doesn't always come across as likable. It doesn't come across as something relatable. It comes across as she is trying to also get that same spotlight, that same notoriety as Caitlin Clark. That's the real red flag because in sports business, perception is everything. Angel brought energy, fire, attitude, but sponsors don't invest in chaos. They invest in stability. And once Ice Cube made it clear that Caitlin Clark was the guaranteed return on investment, the writing was on the wall. Clark was the one turning Tuesday night games into sellouts. Clark was the one boosting jersey sales by over 0.000%. Clark was the one drawing 15,000 fans into arenas. Like I said, they understand that this is the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this. And they preached I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. Meanwhile, Angel was battling narratives she couldn't control. Rumors about overpriced sneakers, criticism for her on-court taunts, social media beefs that played better on Twitter than they did with Fortune 500 companies. She wanted to be the brand. Caitlin already was. You got people that are resentful towards her, but not she. It's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. And that's why the lawsuit hits so hard. It's not really about Clark personally. It's about the system that put Clark in the spotlight and left Angel in the shadows. It's about millions in sponsorship dollars that disappeared the second Cube said no. And it's about one player trying to fight back against a machine that decided she was no longer the safe bet. Quote, I don't know if we can make that same offer. For Angel, the courtroom is just another arena. But this time, the stakes aren't points on the board. They're the future of her entire career. And whether you think she's misunderstood, overestimated, or just outplayed, one thing's clear. The game she's fighting now isn't basketball. It's business. And right now, the business hasn't been kind. And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is. And I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulders. The cracks in Angel Reese's empire showed up fast. 1 minute she was the face of Bayou Barbie. The lashes, the nails, the attitude, and the next sponsor started ghosting her like a bad Tinder date. The skincare promo gone. The flashy drink collab vanished. It's just the dollars and cents wouldn't line up. That random crypto deal that was supposed to be the future. Yeah. It evaporated like it never existed. One by one, the bags that once had her name on them started slipping away. And the silence from those brands was louder than any trash talk on the court. Sponsors assured him Clark coming to his organization would rake in cash hand over fist. But quote, they didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Ree. Then came the sneaker fiasco. Word started spreading that Angel pitched a Reebok shoe at a luxury level price. $1,000 for a pair of kicks. $000? The rumor? Reebok laughed her right out of the meeting. She denied it, of course. But here's the thing. In branding, perception is everything. And once people believe you're out of touch, the damage sticks. In sponsorship land, perception is currency. And once it's gone, so is the bag. Okay? Because she's brilliant, right? That's why she's wreaking havoc, because she is so good. That's where the contrast gets brutal. Caitlin Clark is out here stacking national commercials, showing up in ads with a polished PR-proof image, while Angel gets labeled a risky investment with too much volatility. One looks like a CEO in sneakers. The other looks like she's still auditioning for a brand deal that never calls back. And in business, that difference is everything. The girl is spectacular. It's not like she's not a scrub. She's not only can play, she's a stark caliber player who draws this attention. And maybe it's because that fan base that she has and her being a young white lady contributes to it. So what? Now, let's talk about Caitlin. Because this isn't just some she's popular moment. Clark is literally printing money with every step she takes. Look at the numbers. When Caitlin Clark plays, attendance jumps 105%. Not 10, not 20, 105. WNBA crowds suddenly average over 15,000 fans when she's on the floor, which is NBA G League attendance levels turned upside down. Her jersey sales up 1,093%. Yes, you heard that right, 1,093%. That's not growth. That's an explosion. And it doesn't stop there. League Pass subscriptions, they tripled once she joined the league. Social media, Clark clocked in 800 million views in just 90 days. That's more than